Since ancient times, people have always been searching for clever ways to sharpen their hunting and battle skills. Among history's great inventions stood the sling, a weapon that looked simple but carried deadly power. It was carried by Egyptians, Assyrians, Persians, and Romans, a shared weapon across empires. Its design was simple, yet the results were extraordinary. Made from woven fibers or animal sinew, the sling was small enough to fit in a pocket, but powerful enough to alter the course of battles. Its users, often underestimated, were capable of turning this modest tool into a precision weapon of destruction. A master slinger could unleash a stone at terrifying speed. Studies prove these projectiles could strike at 100 kilometers per hour, and with such force, a stone could travel as far as 400 meters, outpacing even skilled archers. To use it, one finger locked the loop while the other hand held the release cord. The pouch carried the stone, the clay ball, or the heavy lead bullet, each chosen for specific impact and range. The slinger would spin it in rapid circles, the air whistling around as power gathered with each rotation. At the perfect moment, he released, and the stone roared into the air, cutting through the silence of the battlefield with deadly precision. The sling's power came not only from the rope, but from its ammunition, crafted and chosen with careful consideration. Slingers selected their projectiles with skill and knowledge, for each shape carried a different kind of terror. Some were smooth and round for distance and speed, others sharply pointed or teardrop-shaped for piercing force, and some were hollowed out to produce an eerie whistling sound as they flew. These whistling projectiles were designed to strike fear before even making contact. Some stones bore engravings of snakes, scorpions, or short curses, etched in stone as psychological weapons meant to unnerve enemies. Weights varied greatly, from small 50-gram stones to half-kilogram projectiles capable of smashing shields and armor. Some were chosen from riverbeds for their smoothness, while others were molded from clay and baked for hardness. Yet the most feared of all were the dense, deadly lead bullets, small enough to be carried in large numbers but devastating upon impact. Lead was plentiful in the ancient world, often a byproduct of silver mining that found new purpose as ammunition. Even today, archaeologists continue to unearth these leaden sling bullets, many inscribed or uniquely shaped, some drilled through the center, some designed with holes to whistle, all carrying an air of mystery. Modern tests have revealed their destructive power, showing that the force of a well-thrown sling bullet could equal the punch of a .44 Magnum revolver. That kind of force, unleashed across a battlefield, could shatter shields, dent helmets, and break bones with terrifying efficiency. Their reach extended up to 120 meters, striking down Romans, Celts, and countless others. Slingers could fire in rapid succession, slipping stones between ranks and raining death upon enemy lines with speed and accuracy unmatched by many other weapons of their time. During sieges, slingers became vital assets. Their stones soared over defensive walls, smashing into buildings and soldiers alike, creating chaos within fortified cities. They were ambushers, striking unseen from ridges, forests, or mountain passes, using the terrain to amplify their effectiveness. Accounts from ancient historians describe scenes of devastation: shields splintered, helmets cracked, bones crushed beneath a storm of stone. Among these warriors, the Balearic slingers stood out as the most feared mercenaries of the ancient world. From childhood, their training was merciless. It was said that Balearic children were denied food unless they struck their target with a sling. This harsh upbringing forged warriors of unmatched precision and discipline. They fought for Carthage, for Rome, and for any commander willing to pay for their skill. Hannibal, one of history's greatest generals, employed 1,400 Balearic slingers, and at the Battle of Trebia, they decimated enemy cavalry with a deadly barrage before combat had even begun. After Carthage's fall, Rome recognized their value and absorbed them as auxiliaries in campaign after campaign. In Caesar's Gallic wars, their stones shattered enemy formations, creating sudden storms of destruction that broke morale before the clash of swords. Their legacy endures even in stone, depicted on Trajan's column frozen in mid-action, their slings drawn back in eternal readiness. The Roman writer Vegetius insisted that every soldier should learn from the Balearic slingers, praising their deadly precision and endurance. He wrote of children molded by hunger and warriors refined through discipline, men whose aim was so deadly that even armor could not promise safety. In rocky mountains or during castle raids, the sling remained a weapon of silent death. It did not possess the prestige of a sword or the grandeur of a bow, but its quiet efficiency made it one of the most decisive weapons in human history. From hunters stalking prey in prehistoric plains to soldiers hurling lead in ancient wars, from Carthage to Rome, the sling carved its mark into history.